Going to the cloud. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Can you hear me? Hopefully you can hear me okay. Let me get off this right here. Can you see my screen? Can you see my chart? Yep, exactly. All right, cool. So the purpose of this session is to actually teach everybody what's really important here is to look at the bigger picture when it comes to trading. That's mostly important. I know a lot of people like to look at smaller time frames, like 15 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute, but they fail to look at the higher time frames to see what's going on in the market. So this here actually helped me to develop some consistency in my trading. And I want to run it by you. I want you to see it. I want you to see what's going on in the chart. It's always good to look back and just see what's going on. You got to know where you're going, right? If you're going to take a trade, you got to know where you're going. And that's the purpose of this session. We're going to analyze some charts. We're going to see we're going to look for good opportunities for the week, and we're going to wait for them. It's another thing you have to understand is patience is key. I got to a point where I stopped waking up in the morning and I have to understand what I'm looking at. I don't just wake up and say, do I see a setup on the 15 minute or the 5 minute? No, I have to paint the picture days before I take the trade. I'm saying it again, I have to look at the bigger picture either a day or two before I take the trade. Usually it don't even take that long, but yeah, once you understand the higher time frames, then it's game over. I don't worry about the stop hunts anymore, because that's what happened. That's going to happen anyways. So that's what the market does. If you really think about it, you can really take a trade on you look at the higher time frame, but you take this like a smaller time frame for entry, but you really can look back at the daily time frame, because what's the difference between any higher time frame? What's the difference between looking at a daily chart and the 15 minute chart? Number one, you do see the bigger picture, but guess what? What's the same? What's happening? The price is the only thing that stays the same, right? Yeah, each time frame is going to show you a different, candlestick pattern, but at the end of the day, the price is still the same on every time frame. So we're going to go through a few pairs, and I'm going to show you how I map it out. And I want you to really take this and apply it. I want you to take all of this and apply it. And whatever trading system you have, it doesn't matter what trading system you have, but once you identify, which direction you want to take the trade, whether you want to take it with the trend or against the trend, you got to wait for that setup on whatever time frame you choose, whether it's the higher time frame or the smaller time frame. You just wait for a price action. You wait for some kind of reversal pattern. Sometimes some people just take it at that. For example, if I'm waiting for this USD CAD, if I'm waiting for this to come up here, usually I would look for some kind of reversal pattern. But I know some people where they just wait for price to come here and they just go ahead and start taking trades. They don't wait for no reversal pattern. They just start going in. Well, I did that. I did that before. And the reason I did that is because of something like this. I did see, rejections from a level of a resistance. And that was another reason I took the trade. Usually you can take a trade, looking for bearish engulfing like this, and then enter here and take the trade to trend line support. That's cool. But if you jump down to a smaller time frame, you can see that bearish engulfing on the 1 hour. You can take it way before you're waiting for it on the daily time frame, if you understand what I mean. All right. All right, so let's go do some pairs here. And then when I get done with this, I'm gonna pass it over. I'm gonna pass it over to Jahio. I think Jahio got some skills with the charting. Somebody got their hand raised. You got a question? Okay, gotcha. All right, so let's get started. Let's get started. And this is recorded. What I'll do with this video is I'll post it on YouTube, and then I send it out to the group. Forex. I know everybody trade Forex. I'm not going to analyze any cryptocurrencies at the moment. Okay. All right, we're going to start this thing from scratch. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you got to go to the monthly time frame. You have to do it. You have to do it. Don't be scared of it. Don't be scared of the monthly time frame. No, you're not taking a trade from the monthly, but you can take a trade from the monthly support or resistance levels, right? So let's go ahead and draw our trend lines. Does everybody understand trend lines, support and resistance? I think once you understand how to draw them, it's pretty much a wrap. You notice on my chart, I don't have any EMAs. I don't have any kind of oscillators. I don't have an RSI on here. I don't have a TDI or anything like that. I've been placing trades without those things. Just understanding what the market is doing and looking at the bigger picture. So your monthly time frame, you're going to do something like that. You want to connect the dots, what you want to look for, okay? And this is going to help you understand the stop hunt. All right. So that's everybody's issue is the stop hunt. I get stopped out of a trade. It goes an extra 25 pips or so. Okay. So what you want to do with the trend lines, you want to draw them off the wick, not the body. Do not draw a trend line at the body. Draw it at the wick. You want to see price. You want to see a wick. You want to see it go all the way up there. You want to see it dig into that trend line. Sometimes it won't even go up that far. It'll come maybe right here and reverse on you. That's okay. It's still in that zone area. So let's drop down to the lower time frame. You got your trend line. Let's do a support before we go down to the weekly. Let's do a support here. And basically what I mean when you charting, you want to look for the most recent structure above and below current price. So we see price is right here. You want to look at all the reversal points above and below that. As you can see, you have this here. Okay. You got that area of resistance. I really want to put it right here on the cool. And I can't do that. I can't do that if I want to. But we're going to do it. Matter of fact, let's do this here. All right, we're going to do it right here. Okay. The next area below price is what? Here's the price right here. Okay. Now you're looking at where the market reversed this area here. This is huge here. Okay. You're going to draw a support level here. Some people like to do this. I'm telling you, I was doing that at first. I stopped doing it. Go down here to the bottom, go around here where the wicks are at. I know we're on a monthly time frame, but trust me, there's a reason behind this stuff here. Now remember, when you're drawing these lines here, leave them on your chart. Do not remove them. I promise you, price will respect those levels at some point in time. Drop down to the weekly. Okay. What do I see on the weekly? Okay. So you can draw your support and resistance levels on the weekly. The weekly, you want to color them blue, those blue. So you can either do it right here. You can do another one right here. Okay, that's good enough there. Okay, we're gonna drop down to the daily. Oh, that's right. I remember this was crazy. Okay, we're gonna kind of zoom in a little bit, and this is what you want to do. Okay, now watch me here. Just watch what I'm doing. Yeah, it's not. This don't look too good. I don't know. You look kind of crazy. All right, so let's do this. So this is what we're looking for here. And this is what I'm gonna look for. Okay. According to this, we see that we're on a downtrend, right? So what am I looking for? Can anybody tell me what I'm looking for on the downtrend? Let's say I'm trading with the trend, right? What am I looking to do? Can anybody tell me? Am I looking to buy or am I looking to sell if I'm trading with this downtrend? Really simple. There you go. That's exactly correct. So if I'm looking to sell this, I'm looking to sell at one of these areas here. Okay, we don't know which area is going to do it. Matter of fact, let's drop down to the 1 hour time frame. Okay. So I'm gonna show you. I'm looking to sell here. Or do you notice that I'm not saying this is where we're gonna sit? This is what's gonna happen. We don't know what's gonna happen in forex. Okay. All I know is what I wanna look for. If I don't see what I want to see, I'm not gonna take the trade. So this is what could happen here. Let's look at this here. If we get price here at the line, it could do something like this. Could pull back to the trend line. Could go up. Now, if it does this move right here, yeah, I could sell it right here if I wanted to, but I don't want to do that. I mean, not sell it, but buy it here. Because yeah, when it breaks above a trend line, you do want to wait for retest. Okay, that's if I was buying, but I'm looking for sales, right? So if price go up here, break the trend line, create a new floor, I want to see it go back up to resistance, and then I can take a sell here. So let me write this out for you here. All right, everybody got that? Uh-oh, what happened? Sorry, no. All right. Let me do this here. Do this here for you guys. Send these to you in shortly. what I'll do. Let me post it in here. Hold on. Let's do this. I'll post it in the chat in here. Okay. There you go. Save that and just wait for it to set up. I don't care if it take 4 or 5 days. Just wait for it. Moving on. So usually what I do, I'm gonna just tell you straight up, is some of the pairs that correlate. Let me show you. Hold on. I'll show you here. I'm gonna type it in. Need this here. And you notice why I'll skip certain pairs. So if I'm going to analyze EU, I'm not going to analyze GU. I already know the same thing is going to happen, right? Can I blow this up? Hold on, let me see if I can blow this up. Can y'all see my screen here with the correlation pairs? You see this currency pair correlation table? All right. USD and USD Chef and USD JPY. So if I'm analyzing USD JPY, I'm going to skip USD Chef. So I know when I catch it on UJ, and I know it's going that way, I can go ahead and take the same trade in that direction on UShell. Sometimes, not a lot of times, yeah. But you know, the market can get crazy and do something stupid and throw it off. But some of the times it will. It most like move together. So, same with USD and EU. So. All right, moving on. Oh. So, check this out. Just by looking at this here, I'm not gonna, you already know what I did. Y'all already know how I did this. The blue lines are the weekly time frame. I'm definitely not gonna move these lines. But the blue line is the weekly time frame. The red lines are the monthly. When I say time frame, they're the weekly trend lines. I drew those on from the weekly time frame. Red, I drew those lines from the monthly, and the orange, I drew those on the daily. We don't see the orange on here right now. But my goal with UJ was to take a sell, and it looks like it's already doing what it's supposed to do. But it's okay. I'm not gonna chase it. Yeah, it's gonna go back up just like I wanted to. Close the gap, and I'm gonna just wait some more. Just give it some more time to set up or consolidate and look for a sell opportunity when that comes. What I do not do, and I stopped doing it. I'm glad I did. Let's say I'm looking to take a sell here. right? So if I see some action, some bearish engulfing, like if I see it here, that's too far away from this, right? I'm think I would probably, because you don't see all this when the market is moving, you don't know what's gonna happen. Let's say this right here wasn't here, and I see in this setup here, it's still too far away from resistance for me to take the trade. I like to take a trade when it either gets right at the line. If I see currency strength on the quoted side, when I say quoted, I'm talking about on the right side here. If I see some currency strength and I'm seeing that it's already reversing, I gotta be able to be at least 15 pips from the trend line resistance area, from support or resistance, wherever I'm taking it. I have to be right, 10 to 15 pips from that area. Okay, so you have to leave room, because price normally will come back up and come around this area here before it drop again. So I want to catch it as close as possible up here. That gives the market room to breathe. It'll pull back every now and then, but you want to give it room to breathe, and before it make official drop. So I like to really set a 25 pip stop loss. So if I took the trade here, let's say I took the trade here, I'm gonna set a 25 pip stop loss. And usually I like to let it run. But what I'll do is, once I get in profit by 10 to 15 pips, I'll move my stop loss down a pip below my entry. And once it get up, let's say they get up to 20, 25 pips or so, I'll let it sit at 15 pips and just let the market run. Pull back to 15 pips, at least I know I'll go out in profit. But anyways, let's get back to it. I don't want to waste nobody's time. Let's just go through the pairs. Hey, how long? Let's do this. Sorry. Yeah, that there's gone, y'all. And check this out. If you don't see the setup, just don't take the trade. If it don't look good to you, don't take the trade. Remember, you want to be cherry picking. You want to be cherry picking in this season. You want to be highly selective of the trades you take. Highly selective. I want to pick the best possible setup. I just leave it right there, just like that. Okay. Look at this. You see what I'm saying, guys? Now, whenever I drew this line, these support and resistance lines, I don't know. But you see the power of this? You see why I say leave your support and your resistance lines on the chart? Already up 30 pips. Plus you got a doji at the support line, the resistance line, sorry. This is key, all right? So again, do your support and resistance lines on the higher time frames, monthly down to the daily. You can even go to the 4 hour, but monthly, weekly, and daily should be good enough, okay? And you do them at the wicks. It's the secret, okay? This is the secret, okay? I don't have EMAs. I don't have a RSI. I don't have anything on my chart. Okay, I don't have a MACD or nothing. Okay, you really don't need this stuff. Things you all are aware about though is you gotta worry about the news. That's the only thing. Sometimes the news, if you're trading in the direction of the trend, and the news come out, it could just push it in the way that you're trading anyways, because that's the direction of the trend anyways. But I don't like to trade around news. So, like, if I'm already in profit, I could either close out or just move my stop loss to an auto trailing stop to secure the bag. Hey, what's up, everybody who joined? Hope everybody doing well. So this is why I say it is important to leave your trend lines on your chart. All right, I'm just gonna go to something different here. All right, so the new people who joined, welcome. And I'm gonna show you exactly how I chart. And what I say is very important to really look at the bigger picture. You want to focus on higher time frames. When I say higher time frames, I mean the monthly, the weekly, and the daily. And you look for entry on a smaller time frame of your choice, 1 hour preferably. So here's the price. All right, so you want to mark up the previous structure either above or below price, where some of the reversals have happened. Some of the main or the big reversal moves have happened. If I can explain that right, I want you guys to understand that. So right here, okay. And we could do here, it's fine. Right at the wick, okay? That's enough right there. We're gonna go down to the weekly time frame. We can do this here. We can do Weekly is going to be blue. I'm trying to figure out a good spot to draw my trend lines. I don't like the way it looks, so I could do it here. Hold on a second. All right, we'll drop down to the daily. See what's going on here. Now, it looks like the trend is going down. Let's do this. Could just be going. Yes, it's kind of a downtrend. Yeah, it's down. Okay. Could say it's sideways, according to this area here. I could even say it's sideways. If I were to just look at this whole area here, it is sideways. Okay, but then again, it's the daily time frame, so that don't mean you can't make no money. So we're looking here. Okay, every time it's bouncing off this trend line. So it's one or two things I can do. Okay, we already know that we're at a level of support right here. Now, what I can do is wait for price to come here to the support level. Wait for price to bounce here off the weekly level, off the weekly support, and take my profit here at the weekly resistance. The weekly trend line resistance, I could do that. Matter of fact, I don't want to pull it out yet. Let's drop down to the 1 hour. That's the entry. That's the key entry there. Matter of fact, go back. And True will tell you about this. My boy Chris True, he's on the cover. We already know that looked like a, well, the way I'm looking at it, it looked like a head and shoulders. Correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all know about head and shoulders? I ain't talking about the chemical. I'm not talking about that stuff you buy at the store. I'm talking about the head and shoulders. The head and shoulders pattern. Hey, can I just show you guys real quick? Let me talk to you for a minute. Let me show you real quick. The head and shoulders pattern. Oh, you don't want to act right, huh? Raise your hand or type of 1 if you never heard of a head and shoulders. I heard it clicking. I heard it clicking. Okay, you see this here? Y'all see this screen? I went to Google. I want to show you guys here so you can understand head and shoulders. Inverted. They don't always look pretty, but you know, sometimes it can look like that. Okay, I want you guys just get an idea of head and shoulders. But moving on. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to take price at the next structure. I'm going to take profit. Going to take profit right here. Okay. So if I did this, let's drop down to the 1 hour time frame. Take this stuff off. Wow. All right, so let's drop down to the 1 hour time frame. Wow. Okay. So I'm looking to do this here. That's looking really good. It really is. But I'm not going to take it because I don't struggle with FOMC or FOMO. Let me correct that. Does anybody struggle with FOMO? FOMO? Yes. I understand. It's one of those things that a lot of traders struggle with. You're not alone. No one is alone in this. Okay. Yes, that's the main thing when it comes to trading is mindset. I know that we tend to think studying is always being in front of the chart, looking at movements, looking at price action, looking at patterns. That's part of the studying process, but the biggest process or the biggest thing to study is your mind, your brain. I'm telling you, forex is 90% mental, 10% technical. You see my chart, right? You see my chart? I don't have no EMAs. I don't have no RSI. I don't have no MACD. Look here. See all this stuff in here? I don't give a crap about none of it. I can care less. I can care less about all this crap right here. Okay? I can care less about it. I look for the trade here at resistance. Support, excuse me. Look for the trade at support. If you do have a goal, say let's put it like this. If you do have a goal, a PIP goal per week, not per day, per week, and you're compounding, there's nothing wrong with taking your profit. Nothing wrong with taking your profit, okay? And looking for the next opportunity. Now, each currency pair is going to show you 1 to 2 setups a week, like clear setups. Okay, it's moving. Like these currency pairs are moving all week, but to see it clearly, that's one time, maybe twice per week. I can take this trade here. I need to get it right at the 63479 level. So 634 right there. Okay. Stop loss really don't have to be. You can do a stop loss right here. That's only give you 20 pips. About a 15 pip stop loss. That's cool. 20 pips is not bad. All right, I see that there. Let's do this. Now, looking at this, you have to be mindful though. Okay. I'm looking at this now. Let's go back to the daily. Here's what can happen, okay? If it do not come past this trend line here, this is really what could happen if it decide that it want to make an up move. We don't want that. We don't want that at all. This is what you want to do here, okay? We're going to do this here. Let's see. Let me go to the 4 hour real quick. See what's happening over here. Went up. So I'm thinking it's gonna I'll play around a little bit and then drop. It's just really how you look at it, you know, where you want to take the trade at, and you just wait for it. That one's okay. It's not the best to me, in my opinion. Anybody like gold? We can analyze gold. I personally don't mess around with gold too much, but we can definitely chart it out. USD try. Boom, right there. And we're going to draw another one right here. Okay. It's the weekly, huh? I actually drew this setup a while ago. I think it was E-Try though. And I saw this move happen right here when it broke this trend line. I saw the move happen. But I just I didn't chase it, right? So I guess I looked at it like, I don't know, maybe a week later or so, week and a half, but I saw it come back to this trend line here. Turned the trend line into a new floor, which was support. And I called out a signal on this when I was like, hey, we're gonna buy U-Try to be a possible up move. And took my eyes off of it because really I was in another pair. I'm not gonna trade everything. I promise I won't. But I just said, you know, I'm trading this other currency pair. I'm not going to enter in on this one here. I'm not going to enter it. Let me just wait. I seen it setting up and everything. So I think a few days later, I seen the move here, you know, 2 candles up. I was like, wow, you know, I missed it, but at the same time, I wasn't tripping because I already had another setup I was looking at. You have to trade everything. Sometimes you just have to let the trade run. Just let them play out like they do. You don't have to try to catch every currency. You know, take a bunch of different trades, have a bunch of, you know, positions going, and you get a margin call and all that extra stuff. So, you know, you can have, you know, 2 or 3 positions run at a time, and you know, you'll be good. I've seen people that had about, you know, 20 currency pairs running at a time. Might not have been 20 currency pairs, but it was definitely 20 positions, several different currency pairs. This here, let's take a look at this. Well, to go over 2 more currency pairs and we'll call it a wrap. Nice buy opportunity. Let's make sure. Wow. Okay. All right. Let me show you something. You see the momentum? Let's go back. You see the momentum? You see you got a, morning star here. You see how this bullish, how this candle was engulfed? You see how this candle here was engulfed? It even happened here. Even though it didn't quite get to the line. You see, it's happening here. See what happened each time? The market went up. Everything just drove up, upward. There's a strong area of resistance right there. Right there. Powerful, powerful, powerful. Let's take a look at it. The blue line. Was it on a weekly time frame? I didn't do it on the weekly, did I? No, I didn't.
You changed it to orange.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Let me go down back to the daily. Was it on the? So you talking about right here, where you see the pattern, or was it on a different time frame? Oh, you talking about right here?
Yep.
This big old thing? Yeah, buddy. Yep. Yeah, it is. It's definitely a gigantic head and shoulders right there. You guys that don't understand, I'm gonna mark it out for you. You can either do it here. Shoot, it's even bigger than that. Yeah, this is a. Pretty much however you want to draw it. Could even put it right here. Oh, well, you get it. You guys get it. It's the head, and this is the shoulder. Yeah, that thing huge. So, with that being said, what am I looking for? Looking for a sell. So, I'll drop down to the 1H. Well, this here just look nasty, man. It look nasty here. So this is what I want to see here with this. Price to come here. Get me back to this line right here. So, just to paint the picture for you. Yeah, that's 140 pips or so. Let me paint the picture for you real quick, okay? We're gonna go here. We're looking for this right here. Okay. All right. Anybody want to go over at one? Anyone you want to look at before we end this Zoom? Czar. It's like a plan to me. Oh, wow. Oops. Bear with me. Bear with me. All right, USD ZAR. Major levels of resistance according to the monthly. That's cool right there. Right there. You see that? It looks good, don't it? Guess what you're gonna do? Guess where you want to take your sale at? Right there. Take it right into this area here. Let me look down into the 1 hour though. Just a minute. Just a minute. Yeah, it'll take forever. Okay, with this one here, we want to go down to the 4 hour. I'm still liking this setup here. I really am. Gonna take a little time to get down here, but it's just how I want to see it. you can do this here. I'm gonna show you what you can do before we get off of here. See this here? See that? Yo, this thing look crazy. All right. Now, what makes sense looking at it like this is for you to take the trade like this. You see what I'm saying? All right. Flag pattern. Exactly. Yeah, that's a really nice looking flag too. Actually. So look here, this is what I want you to do. I want you to wait for this setup. Matter of fact, you ain't even have to take it all the way down there. Take the trade to right here. Let's take it to right here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We'll just do it like that. Oh, Jesus, y'all, I'm sleepy, man. I've been busy all day. Get an accurate level. All right. All right, Jesus, Lord, be my strength today, Father. All right. Let me publish this idea. Matter of fact, I'm gonna paste this here for you. Okay. All right. Does anybody else have any questions before we end this Zoom? Talk to me. Talk to me. I'm thirsty. I'm gonna go down here and drink some of the kids' punch. and sit on the couch and watch Power. I just wanted to make sure I get this done for you guys for the week start. I'll put this in here. I'll say short. Yeah, short. All right. Thanks everyone for attending, and we'll do something like this again soon. I normally do this for weekly for the people who are in the members group, the Trade Kingz University members group. Don't often do this with the main group like this, but we'll probably do this, once every other week or so. So that's pretty much all I have. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay out of trouble. Talk to you later.